Welcome back, everybody. So glad you could be with me here today. Walter here at the workbench. So, you want to do woodworking, eh? Well, if you're going to do woodworking, you're going to need a hand plane. How do you choose your first hand plane? Well, there's a lot of ways. Number one, what do you plan to do? What kind of work do you want to do? Is it a hobby? Is it a occasional hobby? Okay, something you'll touch on once in a while, and that's all good. Or is it a serious hobby? Well, let's talk hand planes. So what you see here in front of you is pretty much all of my users, my Stanley vintage users, which I reverted to at one point because that's all I could afford. Now, one consideration is your stature. Are you 5'2" or are you 6'2"? Are you 120 pounds or are you 240 pounds? You see what I'm saying? Not saying any one is good or bad. If you are a student, if you are of smaller stature, you're going to want to stay with smaller tools. So that's why I brought the number 3 out. The number 3 is a smoother. It has a 1 3/4 inch blade. And it is not too much different in length than the number 4. In fact, some would say it's exactly the same. But being a little narrower, it's a little lighter, and typically you would be taking lighter cuts. Now, you need to pair this tool up with another one, which I don't have. And that would be the 5 1/4. So it would be like the number 5, a little shorter, and the same width as the number 3. They call that the junior jack. So, and I'm going to get to this in a bit, but I'm going to move forward. So that's the number 3, which some call the, it has a couple of nicknames, but it is a smoother, but it's small. And then there's the junior jack. Moving right up, you would go with what everybody has always considered the standard of the industry, and that's the number 4. The number 4 smoother. Now, the number 4 smoother pairs nicely with the number 5 jack. Okay? So, why would you want to pair two planes together? That's coming up, but basically think about it. This has a 2-inch wide cutter. This has a 2-inch wide cutter. So your cutters are interchangeable, or if you have spares, like for cambered irons, or if you have spares that might have a back bevel on it, they would both fit into these two planes. So, if you are young, student, or of light stature, look for a number 3 and a 5 1/4 jack, junior jack. If you are a novice or average hobbyist, a number 4 and a number 5. And I would say of the two, I would get the number 5 first. Now we get into something very, 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 very important. We go from the 2-inch wide, well, we started with 1 3/4, we go to 2-inch, now we go to 2 3/8 inch. So here's my 4 1/2 smoother. 2 3/8 inch blade. It has more width. It has more weight. It is more of a serious finishing tool. Pair with that the number 5 1/2. Jumbo jack. Also, 2 3/8 inch wide blade set. Also, heavier, more girth, a more serious hand plane than the jack plane. Let's step it up a notch. The number 6. Number 6 is known as the 4 plane. The word for, F-O-R-E, partially derived from the word before. This should be the plane that you use before any other. Also, 2 3/8 inch blade set, also heavier, thicker, more robust. And lastly, the number 7. The number 7, and this one isn't quite perfectly mated to those others. It's a little older, a little thinner casting, but it's what I have. Your number 7 is your triplane. Okay? Pretty much substitutes as a jointer. Here again, 2 3/8 inch blade set, interchangeable with the 4 1/2, 5 1/2, 6. You're following the theme here. So, 7, 6, 5.5, 4.5, 5, 4, 3, 5.25 junior jack. I hope you're following along and kind of grasp where I was going with this. When you're starting out, you need to start somewhere. And like I said, based on your size, your abilities, your strength, your budget, the most affordable used planes on the market are still the number 4 and 5, because there are millions of these out there. The number 3 and the 5.25 make a nice set for students and people with smaller hands. All right? Let's just say it that way. I don't want to offend anybody because I have big mitts. There are times I reach for the number 3 only because it is narrower and it is lighter. Okay? If I had a number 2 and a number 1, I would show it to you, but I don't have them. The number 2 could offer some special finishing, polishing operations. The number 1, I still have never really figured out what it's used for. Some say piano making, some say very fine detail work, etc. So, in conclusion, beginner, decide on where you want to be. 1.75" blades, 2" blades. 2" blades are the most readily available, the cheapest you can find. You can find new old stock usually for anywhere from $10 to $20. I'm serious, new old stock. It's being uncovered all the time when people die and they clean out their workshops. So the number 4 and the 5 are still considered the benchmark of beginners' planes. I have, after 50 plus years doing this, I have grown to like them a lot, but I reach for my 5.5 or my 6 more often. And until I acquired the 5.5, the 6 was my go-to plane. The 4.5 is used only for smoothing operations. That's it. I don't use this for general purpose planing. I will drop down to the number 4 instead of using the 4.5 for general purpose planing. Okay? General purpose jack plane work, I'll reach for the 5.5. Or I jump up to the 6. Now there's a real reason for this video. I'll be explaining that in the next video. But I wanted to give beginners a place to start. And there are a lot of considerations. If, however, you are not a beginner, you're not small of stature, you have already tried a 4 and a 4.5, here is why I recommend stepping up to this series. You've got 4 planes that all use the same blade set. Every single one of them. So, if I wanted to create a cambered blade, it would fit all 4. If I wanted to create a blade with a back bevel, it would fit all 4. You follow me? It's an economy of scale. Now, and I'm going to touch on this in another video, but let's say you didn't want to search out vintage planes. Try to get them to match. And you were going to buy brand new. Well, there's another reason. For instance, Lie-Nielsen. They make the standard 45-degree frog, but they make 50 and 55-degree frogs. I'm not sure if they make 60s. So if you bought over time a 4.5, a 5.5, a 6, and a 7, all in Lie-Nielsen, you could have one high angle frog that you could interchange on any one of the 4. There's that. So, that's about all I have to say on this topic. I would love if this number 7 were the same as my number 6. But it still works beautifully. I hope you found something useful, helpful, maybe entertaining. Give it the old thumbs up. Costs you nothing. Thumbs up. Like, subscribe, and share. Head out to your workshop. Go make some shavings. Walter out.